What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to On the Warpath. It's your boy Sanchez 405 with you. If you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime the new content posts. As always, like, comment, share this video out because y'all know what we do here, family. We talk about the Washington Commanders, and it is the Monday after pill. Monday after victory, securing 12 wins for the first time since 1991. And it's feeling good. We're feeling good. I mean, I'm happier than Joy Taylor in a Fox Sports boardroom right now. That's how happy I am. I'm happier than Emmanuel Acho allegedly sipping wine with Joy Taylor. I'm happier than Skip Bayless offering money to a hairdresser. That's how happy I am. It was ugly. It was ugly, like I said, but it's beautiful, right? You know, a win is always beautiful. No matter how ugly it happens, you got to earn everything. You got to earn everything. So this is what we're doing. Got to celebrate the W. We got the W. We got the shades because in honor of the victory, it is National Wear Them Boys Day at, and we know where they're at. They're in Cancun. We know that, Dak Prescott might still be sipping on some tea out there at AT&T Stadium, which they got to fix the roof on because they haven't fixed it yet. But celebration abound. Happy victory Monday to all those who have celebrated. Happy 5th consecutive Victory Monday. And, job ain't done yet. They still got work to do. But I felt like, I want to bring the chains out and the sunshades out for serious events. 12 wins. Not because we beat the crusty-ass Cowboys. Let's do it. We brought the shades out. 12 wins first time. And God knows how long. I can't even do the math anymore. So almost 34 years, right? Because I'm be 35 this year. I was born in 90. So yeah, that's how the math works out in that respect. But shout out to Dump Truck John. Shout out to LC up and how. Okay, let's get to business here, y'all. Let's get to business. Let's get this off and let's get ready to rock and or roll. Washington beating the Dallas Cowboys for the first time this season. Beat them on the back end of the 2 games in the season finale. And it wasn't pretty, y'all. We struggled mightily. There's a lot of questions going into this game against Tampa Bay, but we'll talk about that throughout the week. William will be back on here and we'll preview it. Maybe we might have a guest from the media. I got to work on that, but looking forward to what this week brings. And, I look at it in this respect. This team has, you can say they've had to earn everything. They've had to struggle for everything. Whichever way you look at it on the side, right? It doesn't really matter. They got to 12 wins. And to get to 12 wins, I was talking to Paulie yesterday, and he's like, well, we got lucky. I talked to one of my buddies. He said, we've got a horseshoe the size of Montana stuck up our ass. And, all that can be true. But I think to be a good team in this league, you've got to have luck on your side if eventually, right? You look at the Kansas City Chiefs, the couple of games that they had at home in the division that they could have lost. They've had some luck against the Broncos, the tip drill, against the Chargers. They had opportunities. So, and eventually the luck may run out. But right now, Washington has done enough to be in this position, locked up the 6th seed yesterday against Dallas, winning 23-19. And boys, I'll tell you this. Let's just get to the good stuff here. Marcus Mariota coming in for Jaden Daniels, going 15-18, 161 yards through there, 2 touchdowns, a game winner to Terry McLaurin, which is also the single season record for the team by a receiver and receiving touchdowns, 13 for Scary Terry. And Mariota also had 5 rushing attempts for 56 yards, 33 of it coming on that read option keeper that Malik Hooker went up and celebrated left hand up. Who are we? The Cancun Cowboys. That's exactly what he was talking about when he was going there. So, I mean, Marcus Mariota, that's the first thing. That's what I loved about yesterday. He came in the second half, looked flawless. He slipped on the turf, which, I had to nitpick that a little bit and say, yeah, you can't be slipping on dry turf, but it is what it is. We love it anyway. So y'all up in here, make sure y'all hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. Shout out to the people on Facebook and y'all who are on YouTube. Where are y'all at right now? Wait, just 3 folks up in the building. I'm a little hurt. So you make sure y'all come in here and say hello because we got a good show coming up here. A lot of thoughts coming up on here today. But Marcus Mariota is where I want to start at, and they have to go ahead and give this man some money. They have to give Marcus Mariota some money to keep him here. I mean, if Cliff Kingsbury is still here, you got to keep him here. That's the key. And just in case something happens, you always got to have especially with this 17-game season. Now you go to an 18-game season. You may go to an 18-game season here in the next couple of years. We look at Philadelphia. It's key for them to have a backup quarterback. They had baby hands. He got hurt. So, we'll see what happens in the future with this, but it's going to make it very important to have a quarterback who is a veteran, because that's what a veteran quarterback can do for you, is he can come in there and win you a game when you need him to win a game. And it looked like the offense. And I'm not one of these delusional folks that's like, well, you know what, Mariota should be the starter over that. No, stop that. I know that Dan Quinn was asked a question about Jaden Daniels, and it was his decision to pull him out, and they kept the starters in there. I think they had that plan from the jump. They didn't really want, they wanted to just do vanilla, didn't want to show much on tape, depending on, because you didn't know who you were playing. You could have played one of 3 teams. 2 of those teams were playing in the 1 o'clock hour, and then the other team was playing in the 4 o'clock hour. And we know it's Tampa, but it could have been Philadelphia. It could have been LA also. So, there it is. But I don't think that they had that planned from the jump. Just from Dan Quinn's answers, they said he did have a little soreness in his leg, but yet and still, I think there was a little bit of gamesmanship on their play. And, the offense did struggle. There's a lot of things that they got to look at going into this rematch against Tampa Bay, where the season started. And if you don't want this to be the place where your season started and where your season ends, be Sunday Night Football, got a lot of work to do on both sides of the ball. And we'll dive into that. But right now, we're celebrating. What's up, Dump Trevor? Dom, Mr. LC up in the house. The resurrection of LC in the house. Gangster Corey in the house. About to be bald when we make it, Corey. Fear it. Gonna be wearing that beanie for a month. Hey man, if we do, hey, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. We get to the NFC Championship game. Heaven help us, man. I'll be excited. Brian Harden said Terry mossed out. Yeah, he did. Good play. And y'all know I was watching 2 games at once. So I turn around and the Packers lose to Chicago, so that locked up the 6th seed for us, as they kicked the field goal at the gun with 2 seconds left, right down the pipes. And then the next play, Terry. So we didn't back into it. We won the game. So I love it. Mr. Cool in the house. 12-5. Yes, sir. 12-5 on the register. We love to see it. Exciting. So, let's talk about this. I thought Mike Sammers still played well. I think he played good. He's the only corner that was on the field that was worth the damn. Ben St. Juste is terrible. Noah Igbenogany is not very good. And I don't know how many plays Mike Davis played, but if anything, it shouldn't have been good. I mean, they had boys driving right behind them and everything. Shout out to Rossi Abrams for the like on Facebook. Appreciate you. And we don't have snap counts. But if Mike Davis out there, they've got to figure something out with this cornerback. Hopefully Lattimore is going to be healthy and he's going to be looking forward to a matchup against one of his old rivals in Mike Evans, because we saw in that first game of the season. This is when Paulie was still on the train for Ben St. Juice. And it was like, oh, he competed out there. He did all. No, he's getting bullied by Mike Evans. I remember there was one time they didn't even throw the flag on him, and they should have. And Mike Evans caught the touchdown. He had 2 touchdowns on Benjamin St. Juice back in week 1. So, and we know Todd Bowles' defense is going to come out there for us. But the defense got to tighten up. I think that our defensive line is not very good either. Jonathan Allen got a good coverage sack. Deron Payne is not playing worth the paper that his check is written on. And we don't have any killer instincts in that pass rushing. Our best pass rusher yesterday looked like it was Jeremy Chin because he had a sack in the game, but he's got to come out of his safety spot to do that. Frankie Louvu, who is kind of, I would say, is it fair to say he's kind of tailed off a little bit? I need him to recapture that Frankie Louvu, and Bobby Wagner just does Bobby Wagner things. That's another guy we need to make sure if he wants to come back, we need to make sure Bobby Wagner comes back. Let's see here. What's up, Marcus? All the people named Marcus are great. I see what you did. And poor Benjamin St. Juice, he looked lost. Yeah, he looked like he was trying to map his way back to Canada, right? And it didn't work. It didn't work for him, man. And unfortunately, I think Benjamin St. Juice, he's been one of the biggest disappointments. We knew what Ben St. Juice was, but old boys come through and not looked well. Has not looked well. 2 penalties. He drew 2 penalties at pass interference, and then he had a holding, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at this game book. Yeah, I believe that's what it was. It was a holding. Let's see, find juiced. Control F. Here we go. Juiced. Let's see here. Either way, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Let's see. No. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's good for one. I'd like to go through the Benjamin St. Juice penalties this year, which, you know what? We can do that. We might do this in a minute. Let's go through all of Benjamin St. Juice's penalties. And he's probably got as many penalty yards as. Let's just do this right now. We have to, because my mind is on it. And I want to see what Mr. Canada has done for us. Captain Canada, A. He has had a forced fumble this year. Penalties, fumbles, tackles, penalties. Let's see. St. Juice is hit or miss. Sometimes he comes through, but he has hurt us a lot. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Cool. He has hurt us a lot. Yeah. Master John Bates is in the catching department. Lord have mercy. I like John Bates. But penalties. Here we go. Let's see. Benjamin St. Juice's penalties. This year, he has accounted for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's accounted for 9 penalties this year, which it seems like a lot more. Defense pass interference against Baltimore twice. Pass interference against Chicago. That was towards the end of the game. Defense pass interference against the Giants, the Steelers, illegal contact against Dallas. He had 3 penalties against Dallas, holding and pass interference. And then against New Orleans, he had illegal use of hands. That's when they started setting him on the bench. Yeah, not good, man. Not good. 24 of 9 of his 24 all-time penalties were in this was during this season, which he had more last year though. But he's always good for one. Always good for one. Whenever you see him, he's always good for one, especially when you throw the ball at him. Anyway, let's not talk about Benjamin St. Jude. Let's not beat up on him too much. I mean, the Dallas defense did enough of that. Let's see here where we're at. Trey Lance. Let's talk about Trey Lance. Trey Lance, I thought, had a decent game coming out there. And this is alarming for our defense, which we kind of talked about here already. The defensive line didn't get a lot of pressure on them. When they flushed him out, thank God he can't really throw on the run. Rico Dowdle in the end zone on 4th down, and then that throw to Jake Ferguson. And if that's Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, he's probably going to throw that. They're going to throw that on time to him, and they're going to score. And that would have put us in a hole. But, I mean, they did score on the next play with the after Jake Ferguson drop pass. But it is what it is. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. Can we? This is probably well overdue, but we got to give De'Ami Brown credit for what he's done this year. I mean, you actually give him a competent offensive mind, and he actually shows that he can be a weapon. Olamide Zaccheaus needs to catch that ball. I mean, these guys could not catch anything if they were invited into Joy Taylor's house. Like this is what they could not catch anything at this point. They were dropping everything. I thought Terry was point shaving for a little bit in that first half, but he came through for us. Olamide the same way. De'Ami Brown throwing the ball, using him as a quick option on the quick game and everything. I like what Cliff did there for him because they know the value of that youngin right there. We got to give De'Ami Brown. I know Toothpick has said it before that he's a bust. I don't really think he's a bust. I think that he has not been played. He has not been played properly, and he's not been coached up well. This is what happens when you have somebody who's coached up well. And you showing them a little trust. Use him as that second option. Paulie talked about it here back in October that they need to give him more opportunity. We saw against the Browns what he can do. De'Ami Brown, I thought, did what he needed to do, and he should have had a little bit more opportunity to shine if this offense wasn't, these receivers weren't as inept at times on that. I know we had someone told me, let's see here. What's Marcus talking about? Someone told me think some of the players played half speed because they knew they was in line for the playoffs. Phil always says this on De'Ami Brown. Yeah, Phil's right. Phil's usually Phil's got a good eye for talent too, in that respect. But yeah, they gotta give old boy credit though for what he did. Let me see here. I and Eric Darden gets on us about this all the time. It's about throwing the baby out with the bathwater, as I like to call it. But there has to be an adjustment with this running game, whether it's from the offensive line or whether who's touting the rock. Brian Robinson, I don't know what's up with him. I don't know if he's still hurt. I don't know if he's just, if they're not run blocking for him. I mean, he jump cuts and he gets hit. Like he misses the hole. He tries to, I don't know what it is. I think it might be a combination of both, which is unfortunate. But I mean, you can't expect to go into Tampa with your feature running back running for what was it, 10 yards, 5 carries on 10 yards. 10 yards on 5 carries for 2 yards per pop. That can't happen. Austin Eckler 3 for 12. Jaden Daniels and Marcus Mariota were your top 2 rushing attack. That can't happen in the playoffs. You've got to find somebody who, whether it's Chris Rodriguez, and I've said this multiple times, why are we treating Chris Rodriguez like like we're treating him like Mariano Rivera or Trevor Hoffman? We've got to, somebody has to step up, whether it's in the front, whether it's in the line, or it's one of these running backs, because we can't stay stuck on stupid here. Let's see. Brian Robinson, I want to look at. He finishes with 799 on the year on the ground, and Brian Robinson hasn't rushed for 100 yards since the Tennessee game. Since then, Dallas only had 10 yards, 60 yards last week against Atlanta. Philadelphia, he fumbled the ball twice and had 10 attempts for 24 yards. That ain't cutting it, kids. That's not cutting it, man. So you either got to give him time and say, don't play him just because he's B-Rob, just because he went to Alabama. That's what the last administration would do, is playing somebody just because where he was drafted. And now I don't think they would do that because, Phil Mathis is gone, and they went to him and Jamin Davis and all these other guys went and played the last game of the season with the New York Jets and won. Good for them. But we got to do something there. Whether it's Allegretti or these these guards or whatever or something, Dieter's not good. I'm praying to God that we have Biotish back, because we can tell a difference in the run game when Biotish is in and then when he's not in. Dieter's not that guy. Dieter ain't that guy. It's proven time in and time out again. So hopefully he's healthy. He did not play today. He was hurt yesterday. He didn't play yesterday. He was hurt in that Atlanta game. Hopefully he can come back. Hopefully he'll be ready to rock and roll. Dawson Jordan, what's up? He says we got to find a way to establish it. Yes, sir. Chris Rodriguez needs more reps because B-Rod looks slow. Yeah, he looks slow. But like I said, Marcus, that could be an offensive line problem as well, too. It's just what side of the aisle are you on in that situation, right? Because both things are true at the same time. The offensive line's run blocking isn't that well, and he's not hitting holes. Two things true at the same time. Indian Lake, Ohio, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Brian has limited RB skills. Brian's fantastic football player, but he's not going to max exploit a crease. Right, yeah, for sure. That's true. Let's see. B-Rob has to be hurt or something. Y'all remember, like, there were times in games like B-Rob would just be gone in the second half. We won games, but he was still gone. Like, am I crazy for thinking that? Like, I think against the Giants the second time around, he went missing in that second half. Like, was he hurt more than they were letting on? I know against Carolina, he didn't play as much. I just say, I know some of these games were out of hand and, you wanted to save him, but there sometimes I was just like, why isn't he out there? Where is he? Where is he? Where is him? I don't know. Hello, Shaq. Great game, guys. Well deserved. Still. Hater. Yes, hater. Yep. Pettiness hater. Gotcha. Commander Joe, I'm grateful for the 12-5 record, but I feel like we have regressed these last few games. I'm not impressed with our last wins. Not impressed with the Atlanta win? Huh. Okay. Hopefully something changes in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there, Commander Joe. I think that we have kind of we like Jason Whitlock trying to wait for Joy Taylor to kind of hit on him. We just slugging and it just doesn't happen. But I think that's my fourth one. Y'all keep the count on it. I think that's my fourth Joy Taylor joke here. We're gonna have a lot of them in here today. Shout out to him. But yeah, I think I think we have kind of limped into the playoffs, and the switch has to be turned on somehow, right? Yeah, but I mean, good point there. And it's Indian Lake, Ohio says we need 3 new O linemen next year. We need 2 new receivers. We need a young tight end. We need a fast RB. That's a lot. Do we really need 3 linemen? Maybe 2 and a backup. 2 new receivers. Yeah, I can see that. Which that brings me up to my next point. No on Tyreek Hill. All y'all who want Tyreek Hill, move on. Go join Dan Snyder on the Love Boat, because that is a pure Dan Snyder move. Kansas City proved they didn't need him, and what it did, they just went on and won Super Bowls. They proved that they did not need him. We don't need somebody like that here. We don't. Sorry. I just go on, move on. I don't need the Antonio Cromartie of wide receivers here. In DC, because one, it's gonna screw up the chemistry that you got here. Because to me, if you send a message about team, right? And I know he's a game changer. I get that. I get that he's a game changer. That's why Miami's won all these playoff games with him, and they've been to the Super Bowl a couple of times with him. Wait a minute. Yeah, that didn't happen. One guy doesn't make a team. Like I told y'all, this is the same thing that everybody hates on me for when I say Terry's very good. He's not elite. That's fine. We can win with very good. What's it to you if he's not elite? Like I said this yesterday. We've got just as many Super Bowls as elite towns like Terrell Owens and Randy Moss. Then they got more Super Bowl appearances. But we still got, y'all, we got just as many rings. You and I have more just as many rings as they do. For me, it's about getting trusted, reliable guys that are going to work at it, right? Get you some guys where I don't care if somebody's arrogant or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. Some dude that might be flashy, but it ain't all about you. And it's the first time he missed the playoffs. I'm out of here. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't. I don't need that attitude. I don't want that on my team. But is what it is. And you think he's going to confine the Cliff's offense? Stop it. If Cliff's still here. B-Rob is banged up. What's this, Santiago? We need 2 edges, a top corner, a safety, and another defense. And we'll worry about that when we get to the offseason. Right now, we still in the season. We can't worry about that stuff right now. That's in the future, right? Shaq, are you guaranteeing or hoping? Because that was y'all were 1 and done last year, weren't you? Right? Or did y'all make it? We all 1 and done last year. Who was Dallas 1 and done against last year? No, it wasn't San Francisco. I don't remember. Are you even old enough to put money on it? I hear Dawson said, part of me hopes it's genius tactic that Cliff pulls off something out and he goes off because there's no recent tape. I really want to beat Tampa. I heard that Tampa have been a thorn in our side for too long. I hope JD is as like, I mean, I've said this before about Tampa. Tampa, like me growing up, like I would say we've played Tampa in so many good games and close games. That to me, they're like a rival. They're like an out of division rival for me because we've been teeing up with them for a year. We in the playoffs. Tom Brady and them when they won the Super Bowl. We played them pretty close. Taylor Heineke. That's another thing about this game I need. So we can finally get that damn pylon diving losing game out of the lore of our franchise. It was a great moment. I love it. But at the end of the day, I like it. At the end of the day, we didn't win no damn game. And people are celebrating. I know Kyle's got the pylon signed by Heineke. People are celebrating a dive by Taylor Heineke that didn't win the game or anything like that. We're still celebrating it. We didn't do anything after that. That's poverty franchise mentality right there. Like I talked to people, I said, "Am I going to be upset if we lose on Friday on Sunday?" Yeah, I'll be disappointed, but I'm not going to say it was a disappointing season. I'll be disappointed, but it's not a disappointing season. Those are two different things. You can be disappointed with the outcome of it, but to say this was a failed season would be a travesty because there's a lot to look up to. I'm not prepping myself for any. I'm not prepping myself for disappointment. I know some people would, but I'm just going to say, if we lose, like anytime we lost, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be disappointed. But if we win, okay, we're going to Detroit. And pray to God from there, right? We don't need that much. A lot of our players hasn't played this deep into the year. Will be even better once we add more depth. Yep. Yeah. Oh, you're Charles Barkley now. You guarantee. I hear you. We got JD and over $100 million in cap. We 12-5. We're 12-5. We're good. Yeah. I think we're good. The one thing I don't want to see once the season is over with and then going into the next season is the fact of the matter that we regress. So you gonna lend me your Kleenex that you had for like this season? Because we can roll the tape on some of the stuff you pulled up here. Remember, like how you tried to short clip me the other time when I said bleep the playoff talks I'm worried about right now. Dang, we're in the playoffs now. We are in the playoffs now. And what y'all just watch it. Keep the couch warm for us for an extra week, Shaq. Or two. Don't know. Yeah. Let's see here. Defense should be ashamed of themselves. I said Diami. I like Diami. The receivers, they like I said, they could do better. Our receivers could definitely do better. I thought they were out there point shaving. Also, look, I will give Dallas credit. The fullback, Limke, or whatever his name is, fullback is not a dead position in football. Football, everybody needs to have fullback still, I think. No, not still, I think. Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. I think, trying to water down my point. That was so fun to watch, even though it was Dallas. I like the fact that you had a fullback out there on some of the escort plays. He pushed the chains on fourth down. On first, he rolled over Benjamin St. Juice. I didn't like that, but I mean that's what fullback does, y'all. It's not a dead position if you know how to use it, right? It's barbecue chicken for y'all. Okay. Bet your money on Baker if you want. I'm staying with JD. I hear you. Shaq is a Cowboys fan, so he's a little bitter. So I mean, I don't. So Shaq, are y'all gonna bring you're bring back Mike McCarthy back? And we'll talk about Black Monday here coming up in a few minutes. Because I've got some thoughts for y'all on this Black Monday mess. I thought Black Monday wasn't for another 2 weeks. Martin Luther King Day, right? Black Monday. I want two fullbacks. Of course you would, Santiago. I know you're old school, brother. I know that you are old school guy. Let me see here. But yeah, let's move on. Why don't we? We want to talk about Black Monday? We'll talk about Black Monday. How about that? Since anyway, what y'all like? What did y'all like from the game? Like I said, we beat Dallas. I liked it. My wife was very quiet and very humble in defeat. I danced to We Dem Boys a couple of times, and I changed it to my version. We beat them boys. They ain't making noise. Hold on. We beat them boys. So it's good. So, those ashy lipped new white New Balance wearing faded Michael Irvin jersey wearing bums from Southeast DC aren't going to be celebrating today, but they're going to be, y'all, we played Trade Lands. Y'all, this is all we need to know. I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to cue it up, but this is all we need to know about what happened on yesterday. Like this is what made my day yesterday. I'm going to show this to you. Shout out to our boy Rio Robinson too. Shout out to Rio, friend of the channel. Let me see here. I have to find it. Is it? No. Let me see. Were they live yet? Live. They were live. Okay, here we go. Really? Uh, 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 uh. Here we go. I gotta find it, but this is great. This is it. Let's see here. I gotta find this. I'm just gonna share it. I'm gonna share my screen because I got it. Now, y'all know. I know he can't tell me from Joe, but this is always funny. So, like when we beat Dallas, because it's few and far in between sometimes. I love to see Mark Holmes' reaction. There's Rio in the top corner. Look at him. He brought his little dolls up and everything. Look at him. Watch this.
Wow, we're being very risky here.
This is Rio in the corner.
Just kick the field goal.
Look at it.
Yo.
Oh, Dallas takes a timeout.
You just kick the field goal here, right?
Now, what grown ass man got a rubber chicken and a little voodoo doll? I think that's Judu or Jobu or whatever the hell he calls this thing. But y'all just sit here and bask in the ambience momentarily. Watch this.
What
They took the timeout.
Look, if he gets sacked or you get tackled before the end zone, the game is over. I don't know, bro. Let's see.
There we go. Mark was early on this.
Slant route, Zach Ertz, call game on him. Matter of fact, go get Terry this record and
go get Terry. Look at this. See this.
Call game to Terry, bro. Terry, game winner.
Second and goal. 6 seconds.
Fuck it. Let's make up.
This is the season right here.
Look at him. Look at this. This is a grown ass man doing this stuff. I love it. This can't get any better, but it will. I promise y'all, this will get better. Look at him. He's all up in the. He got the rubber chicken right here. You see my cursor? Got the rubber chicken. Got the little voodoo doll right there too. And I mean, it must be cursor. This must be like Jerry's. Like this must be his Joy Taylor or something. This is what it's definitely got to be because he looks like Jason Whitlock right now. And then of course, like, is Joy going to come over here and talk to me? Anyway,
let's set the record and let's go into the playoffs on a high note because if you do not miss it, it's game.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yes,
hey, this
Mark.
is fun.
This
is
fun.
Stupid, but I ain't gonna lie, this is fun.
Mariota passing.
It's only fun
look at him.
I know
look at him. At this moment in life, in history, we got him. Look at this face right here. This is on the Christmas card next year. It's just January. This needs to be sent to everybody on the Christmas card list. Let's watch it again. Let's just watch it. Let's watch the rest of it.
We're in the playoffs regardless.
Look at him. Look at him. He looked like that Fox executive when Joy Taylor came up there looking for a raise or looking to get on a new show.
Well, this is fun.
Look at him.
Holy
Are you
shit.
shitting me?
Yeah, it's when
It
the
better be
lawsuit
quick,
came
and
through.
it better be in the end zone.
Oh,
Because
Look at him. Looks like Skip when he found out that $1.5 million. He's like, I can get my hairdresser. What?
slant ball Terry record. I'm calling it.
Look at this.
Slant ball.
Look
Take
at
the
he
fade
just
slant ball game. Yes, Terry! The record!
Look at him.
The record!
Look
Thank
at
you, Terry! Thank you. All
Oh,
the drops, they don't matter now.
Oh,
Thank you, Terrence. Terrence for the record. Yes.
Look at him.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
God, he's
yes,
sick.
yes. Single
sick.
season franchise touchdown reception record.
Oh, man.
3 drops don't matter. Touchdown, Terry.
Oh, man. I can see the
Washington
hair care
remains
product
in
up
the
in his
6th
head
seed.
going
We
great,
do
too.
not have
Anyway,
to go
God.
to Philly in the first round.
Look at that.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. That's right.
Thank
Shout out
the
to Rio.
Lord, y'all.
Doing the Lord's work,
Holy
Rio.
shit.
Here we go. That is insane. I love it, though. I love it. I love it. Get him some milk. I mean, the game didn't matter, and we played it. See, then this is my problem with us, too. So, like, we talk about, the team didn't play well, which they didn't. But, y'all, we don't expect the teams to lay down like we did, right? Like last year when we didn't have nobody. They had players out there. Brandon Cooks is a good player. Michael Parsons was out there still playing. Deron Bland was playing for him yesterday. They had Kendrick out there. They had some of their ballers out there. Malik Hooker was still playing out there for him, although, like I said, he went left hand up on him. That is still, but that makes it all worth it. I don't care. We could beat them 3-0, and it just that stuff like that just makes me happy. The last time I said this last time, I love that he broke it on Duran. No seasoning like my food. Good. Jesus. He needs a Monday after pill. Cowboy fans are in therapy right now. Let's see. Ever since that Thanksgiving debacle by Ron Rivera, Bland has been on my ish list. Yeah. And welcome back, Hawk. Welcome back. Welcome back, brother. I appreciate it. Get him some milk. He needs some milk. Dismayed. What's up, Coach Steve Money? What's up, Door Gunner? Yeah, I saw you got your tickets for the game. Going to be crazy. This time, hopefully we get it. Frost is using lowercase letters. My God, that's a miracle. My God. What's up, Frost? Hail to the Commanders. Steve Money said, going to join Elizabeth in heaven like Fred Sanford. Let's see here. Hawk TV says, shot fired at Jason. Oh, yeah. I can't say I've been. Is that appropriate to say I've been? No, I can't say anything about shooting anything in her direction because that'd just be a pause moment. So I can't say nothing. She's been on my list. Let's see. Aside from his fandom, Mark is to the Cowboys as Corey is a Commanders fan. Two in that you'd be thankful to call them friends. Yeah, this is true. I appreciate it. No, I'm nowhere near like that. No disrespect. I appreciate that, Hawk. I'm nowhere near that man and his influence. All respect, even though he's a damn dirty Cowboys fan, Northern Virginia Cowboy fan, born and raised. But all respect to him. I ain't nowhere near that. I aspire to be that. I aspire to be on that level. And with y'all's help, maybe one day we might get up there and we might be just, if I could be half of that, I think we'd be in a good place. But we in a good place. And you had to kiss the voodoo doll. What a weirdo. Why did Payne just stop from tackling? I don't know. Payne has been a disappointment too. Yes, this is Mark Holmes' reaction. Let's see. Or the winners of the Eagle. We would play Detroit, most likely. We play the high. If we won, we would play the highest seed left. Right, yeah. Because if the Eagles win, we wouldn't see the Eagles until the championship game because there's no way we can play the Eagles until then. Because if Green Bay were to win, they'd be the lower seed. Shit, and then we would. So if Green Bay wins, they would go to Detroit. And then we would play the winner of Minnesota and we played the winner of Minnesota and LA. I think that's how that would go if that works out. So the Packers win. We'd be in good shape. Shout out to them. And then we probably play them on a short week because most likely we play that game on a Sunday because they're playing on a Monday night. I wish Cliff Kingsbury uses Ben Sinnott and Luke McCaffrey more now. I hear that. Let's see here. What's up? You on yourself. Oh, okay. You ain't rage typing on the computer. I got you, brother. It surprises nobody that Joy is a thought. Yeah, they were thinking about her for sure. That's some wild stuff though, man. That is some wild. We'll talk about that too. Cause I'm gonna get into this Black Monday stuff here in a minute. I need to get them Bucks back for oh yeah. Cord, just when you there, bro, just make sure that we win this time. Cause I know last time. I know this in your neck of the woods. We got to win, bro. Bucks favored by 3 points. 58.3% chance of winning. Unless the Pack win. Yeah. We hope for the Packs. Then the Pack go to the Lions. Vikings reign. See, yeah, Steve, we're on the same page. I didn't even see the comment until it. Yeah, I love it. Go Pack, go. You know what? I don't care about nobody. Like y'all seen Roll Tide Willie? He said, I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide run blitz, Bama blitz. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Washington Commanders. That's all I care about in the playoffs. I don't care who wins outside of us. I don't give a damn who wins outside of us. Because at this level, at this stage, it's all about taking care of your business. It's all about eating what's on your plate. It's all about executing the son of a bitch in front of you. And we got to do that. If we do that, we move on to the next round. If we don't, we talking about the draft. God, I don't want to talk about no damn draft though. But I just love to go. And we've got this bet. If we go to the NFC Championship game, I'm shaving my hair. Although I'll have a haircut here probably tomorrow. I was supposed to get it today, but this is good hair though. I don't know what y'all talking about. This is good hair up there. Mark Holmes and Scooter McGrew have not been down bad this season. That's right. Steve Money says Luke just needs to avoid running into Crowder. That's true. That's true. Surprised Luke didn't get any returns. Yeah. Always great to have a victory. But that's right. That's what we do. That's our victorious dose of the Monday After Pill, Art. Rich, congratulations, you all, on the shutout victory of the Kansas City Chefs going to Buffalo with Bo Nose. Good luck. Good luck against Buffalo on whenever y'all playing. What, Sunday? Y'all playing Sunday or Saturday? No, y'all playing Sunday. Y'all the first game, I think. So good luck. Good luck to you all. Sean Payton, Super Bowl champion coach, going up against Sean McDermott. The Sean's in there, so good luck to you, brother. What happened to Chris Jr.? Did he run? No, I don't think he did. It's a shame, though. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. If you're Jason Taylor, what's going in your mind about your sister and this lawsuit? That my sister's had more turns than a Macy's Day, has had more turns than a doorknob at a Macy's on a Black Friday. That's what I'm thinking. What's up, Nicole? Skip Daddy. Yeah, and Marcus, I got to tell you something, brother. Guilt. Innocent until proven guilty. Marcus. Innocent until proven guilty. You see a man, y'all chewing all over the place with. Come on, bro. Skip was talking about girth and tonnage up in there one time. Come on now. Pause. Anyway, back to it. What's up, Nicole? Sure, you play who they tell you to play. That's right. Hey, Art. Nicole saying, I'll be honest. I care about Baltimore as well as us. Oh, it's us now. It's us. Okay, yeah. Now we're starting to feel. Welcome back to the fray, Hawk. You still on triple super secret proposed draft? No draft. We don't want to talk about no draft. Great to see Tampa once again. Yep. Last time we won a playoff game was in Tampa. Y'all realize we ain't won a playoff game at home since Dan Snyder took over, since Dan Snyder's first year. We beat Detroit. That's insane, man. I was 9. I just turned 9, I think. Yeah, just turned 9 that year. I'll be 35 this year. That just tells you. That tells you how wild that is. Got a good razor? I'll get him. I'll get him, bro. So I got to ask y'all a question, though, about this. Do I have to, it's just the head, or do I have to do the beard, too? Do I have to do the beard? Please don't make me do the beard. Please don't make me do the beard. My son might not know who I am. Don't make me do the beard. If y'all say do the beard, I'll do the beard. But beat the fake pirates. I hear you, Rich. The fake pirates. Let's see who's watching Raw on Netflix. Probably my father-in-law. Let's see here. 2:30. Yeah. See how it looks with the beard first. Okay. I mean, it probably look all right though. Like, I mean, the beard is good. Like, my beard's not patchy or nothing like you see. So, like, it's gonna be cold. It's February, Southwest Virginia. It gets cold here. So we gotta do what we gotta do though. We gotta do what we gotta do. Let's see here. Make sure you cut your hair in front of your son. That way he knows it's you. Probably all right. Okay. I mean, if we do it, like, y'all let me know. Y'all gotta let me know before the playoff game. Because once we lock it in, the bet's gonna be locked in there. We'll do it. I guess I had to do a live stream. Actually, I'm in Virginia, but it's in the southwestern part of Virginia. So yeah, I've been too many places in West Virginia to even admit. That's a strange place. 12 wins and not winning division is kind of crazy when you think that's true. But people have done it before. What Pittsburgh, when they won the Super Bowl, weren't they like 11-5 back in 2005? Yeah, that's one thing I need to get back to. So I need to just get more like out of the box on content creation. I know that. My thing is I'm anal, so like I like to be in this space. Like I don't really like to use my phone. I think I need to get out of my comfort zone in that though, and just start just delivering, and just anytime something happens, I need to start going. That's going to be my New Year's resolution, is whenever something happens, I'm just either going to record it and just give you my quick thoughts on it. Keep it simple. Kiss, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, Sanchez. We have to do some more churning. Yes, we do. Let's see. Black Monday. Let's talk about Black Monday here, y'all, on the Monday After Pill, as we talked about our game. You talking about Skip? Oh, that's a good one. Skipping them, doing the churning, Joy. Oh, man. Y'all, some of these memes, I'm not going to show them on here because they're very creative. Like, they had Emmanuel Acho stiffen some Joy. Let's see here. Black Monday. So we know that the vacancies that need to be filled, of course, New England, they fired Gerard Mayo after the game. The Jets, the New Orleans Saints, the Chicago Bears, they all have coaching vacancies. We could see more. Antonio Pierce, I think, is going to meet with Mark Davis, but he seems like he's securing his position, so he may be back. Stefanski looks like he's going to stay in Cleveland. Zach Taylor, there were some questions about him. We'll see. There could be some situations with these playoff teams. I've heard rumors that Sirianni could be on his way out if they lose against Green Bay, which, I mean, they're going to be without Christian Watson and Jair Alexander are the Green Bay Packers, and then Jordan Love's coming off injury, so we don't know. But the funniest thing, the whole, and I know my people, you ain't lying about that. You know what though, Hawk? Gerard Mayo had a Black Sunday, but for Joy Taylor, every Sunday is Black Sunday. I need y'all to go look up Whitlock's comments. That was some funny mess, y'all. Uptrail Dre, what's up? Happy New Year. Will Lattimore be ready? He better be. Forrest couldn't be any worse than St. Jude. Yeah. Well, he plays safety though. Nah, yeah, I hear you. Yes and no. Yes and no. I think yes and no. They did him wrong. And Paulie, I kind of talked about this too. Off air, and he kind of made the point. I'm like, I don't really. One, they probably wanted Vrabel. Maybe Vrabel wasn't ready to come back, and he didn't want to step in. And we always say, you don't want to be the guy after the guy. I think he made some missteps. Not saying that he didn't deserve to. I'm not saying that he deserved to be fired. Maybe he made some missteps, some comments. I don't know. We don't know what goes on. All we see is what's in front of us, and then what we hear. Maybe the attitudes had grown thin with him. I don't know. If you want to say that he, and then also I said this to Paulie too. I'm like, maybe they wanted to get the last remnants of Belichick out of there, because remember, Vrabel did play for Belichick, but he did not coach under Belichick. So that's two things right there. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's what the business is. I would have probably given him a longer leash than what the Raiders have given. Than what they've given. Antonio Pierce. I think Antonio Pierce should have been out the door. Anyway, I have a vendetta against Antonio Pierce, though. So that I don't like how he operated with Herm Edwards, and then some comments he made about Joe Gibbs back when he was on ESPN. So he can. That's true. And who was an assistant coach there the whole time, and the coach in waiting, who probably had a say in it, though, Hawk. Yeah, I'm not. I can't. I hear you, but I kind of disagree with that. Mayo worked with Belichick players. It's messed up. Joe Milton is a better quarterback than Drake, man. He's a better athlete. The Bears did ask to interview Mike McCarthy. Yeah. I'd love to see Mike McCarthy. Who's Dallas going to get though? Who are they going to bring in to work in that mess? Cliff, maybe Cliff. My thing is too with Cliff, right? Is he going to come in here? Is he going to leave after one season? He's still getting paid by the Cardinals. I think he's got 2 more years there. Is he going to go? Because these jobs, there's a lot of elbow grease you got to put in. The Jets, what's the Jets' future? We don't know what their quarterback situation is going to be like. We don't know what their offense is going to look like next year. So there's a lot of groundskeeping that you have to do with the Jets. A lot can be said for the New Orleans Saints, too. a lot can be said for the New Orleans Saints. That I mean, Darren Rizzi, I thought he did an okay job down there. Does he get an opportunity to be the head coach there? Derek Carr, is he going to come back? Or are they one of those fringe teams that's like boom or bust and the bottom's going to fall out? I don't know. Chicago, that's a very promising job. If Sugar Boo Williams can get his shit together, I think that he's going to be all right. But that's a lot to be said. Drama Queen, as Paulie says, he's got a little Drake in him. We'll see with that. New England, that's another rebuild. I mean, yeah, you got the Kraft family who's, you know, they won multiple Super Bowls there thanks to Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Not in that order particularly. What are they going to do? Is this Mike Vrabel's job? This is probably going to be Mike Vrabel's job. That's who they wanted from the jump, apparently. So we'll see. That's going to be hilarious. Rex Ryan thinks he's the man for the job. Rex Ryan ain't coached in 5 years. It'd be like them going out and getting Bill Cowher. Said, Bill, come on back out. Derek Carr is about to be Gardner Minshew 2.0. I wouldn't disrespect Gardner Minshew like that. New Orleans is not a bad situation. I don't know, man. I don't think it's a good situation. I assume playing through. Cliff not even F them kids. Hurt still in concussion pro. Good for him. You know, Deion going to Dallas. I don't think so, man. I don't know. You think Deion gonna go? You think he gonna do the two toes touchdown in Dallas? I don't know. I don't know, man. Is Olave coming back? They said that concussion that he had was serious. I mean, he had that concussion in week 5 and he didn't come back. So I don't know. But the funniest thing, though, this whole thing, the Giants retain not only Brian Daboll, but they retain Joe Shane. They retain both of these cats, who Joe Shane looked like a complete moron. And this is the Mariners. I find this hilarious. And we could roll this tape back next year and be like, ha, yeah, you know, they were right. What did John Maris say in the Hard Knocks? Well, I don't think I could sleep if Saquon went to the Eagles. That man's been up for the last 10 months maybe? He's been up. He ain't slept in 10 months. Because Saquon went out there and go, huh? What do you mean, Steve Money? What do you mean? Who? Which guys? Which guys? I'm good. Let's see here. GM for now should oh yeah, every one of them should have been fired. If I'm a New York Giants fan, you're funny. You're funny. Yes, they are. Because John Mayer, and they're not drafting no Cam Ward or no Shadur Sanders. Y'all can bet your bottom dollar on that. They might draft Travis Hunter if he falls that far, but I very rarely see them get them caught. Saquon not breaking the record on them was mercy deletion. And then they had Jahan Dotson go off on them. That was funny. But yeah, the Giants the embarrassment of the New York Giants this year. And let's take a look at it. Do I feel sorry for them? No, I don't. No, I don't feel sorry for no Giants fans. Should I? Probably. But you know what? I'm an ass, and I don't care. Y'all deserve everything that y'all getting coming to you. And I got Giants fans that I love. Good people we had on here. The Giants were 3-14. They have regressed the last 3 years under Brian Daboll. They were 9-7-1 that first year. They lost in the divisional round. They lost Philadelphia. They did beat the Vikings. They were third in the NFC. They were 6-11 last year. 3-14 this year. They got embarrassed by the Vikings at home. Then they lost a game that they should have won against us where we just kicked 7 field goals. They beat the Browns in Cleveland. They ain't had no offense. They lost to Dallas by 5. They beat the Seahawks. Damn, they did beat the Seahawks, didn't they? In Seattle. They lost to the Bengals on Sunday Night Football, 17-7. The Eagles being 28-3. The Steelers, they played a good game on Monday Night Football against the Steelers. They played a good game against us, kind of. 20-17 in overtime across the way in Germany, right? Against the Panthers. They went on a bye week, blown out by Tampa. Dallas beat them again on Thanksgiving. They lost to the Saints at home, 14-11. Lost to the Ravens at home. Got the doors blown off of them against Big Penix Energy and the Falcons. Then they beat the Indianapolis Colts for their only win at home. They were about to go 0-9 at home. And for somehow, by the grace of God, they beat Joe Flacco. And then they lost to Philadelphia. They cut Daniel Jones. Yeah. I think Aaron Glenn, they say Aaron Glenn. I read a room where Aaron Glenn probably go to New Orleans. I think that'd be a good move for New Orleans. I'll root for him. I mean, Aaron Glenn ain't going to be sitting down on the sideline in between drives after that. That's wild. That he was just chilling on the side, on the bench. He's like, you know what? Yeah, we just blew the doors. We blew the doors off these guys. Aaron Glenn. Giants fans were making fun of us, making fun of JD5's interview process when they had him right on the board. Yeah, I mean, it's stressful. It's stressful for the kid. It's a job interview. It's probably his first. It's his first real job interview, and they got the cameras on him. Yeah, he was. He was. He said YOLO. YOLO. He said, you only live once. You only had this job once. You need to go and get Jane Daniels. And they could do. I mean, the way that he was so desperate about going to get a quarterback was wild to me. Like trading up in that in Hard Knocks that was wild. I couldn't believe, like, he just sounded so desperate. He's like, well, if you're interested in trading, we would like to trade up with you. Like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't know this was the Rib Shack. I didn't know this. What does Paulie want? Yo, I'm live.
Are you live?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit!
Yep.
I forgot all about it.
Yeah, you did.
Well, fuck you. I'm looking right there.
All right then. Later gone. Pitiful.
That's my fault. I didn't mean to curse.
There you go. You already did. You sound like Emmanuel Acho getting ready to talk to Joy Taylor. All right.
Hey man, stop talking about Joy.
You talking about Almond Joy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She brings me joy.
Yeah. All right, bro. I'll holler at you. He said, boy, wow. Oh gosh. Paulie, wow. Paulie is wild. I didn't know this was the McDonald's. Right. I didn't know this was the Rib Shack or the McDonald's. I'm sorry. Like, if you're interested, we'd like an extra fry in our basket. The cognac correspondent. That's right. What's up, Charles? I can see Mike Vrabel in New England or Jacksonville. Jacksonville might be a good job for Vrabel. Cliff going to the Bears. I don't know, Roger. He could. That's where they linked him to. Does he want to go to the Bears? That's the question. Does he want to go to the Bears? We'll see. He already knows what he has in Caleb Williams. And then that's the other thing with Cliff is that you know, are you hiring? That's like when they said Art Browse was going to come here to be the head coach. They were thinking about bringing Art Browse to be the head coach of the Redskins after they fired Mike Shanahan. That was one of those little rumors that was going on. Like Art Browse wasn't here for nobody. It wasn't here for anybody else. He wasn't gonna be here for anybody else. They were hiring him because he was a quarterback. He was the head coach he was the college head coach of the quarterback who was bigger than the team. It is what it is. So I don't know. What would you say? The cognac. Yeah, I said it, Corey. The cognac correspondent. Did somebody say McRib? I hope you shit on yourself, Paulie. That nasty ass mess. Belichick should pull a Josh McDaniels and coach the Jaguars. Lord have mercy. They got some talent down there. If no link. Why I give you the link for? We talked about the link. Lord, Paulie. He's a link. He is desperate for some link. Pause. Now I ain't seen you link. I know I'm being home for another 2 hours, and my wife's gonna yell at me. There you go. I sent you the link, Paulie. Lord Jesus. No, he didn't. Whip them bucks. D-Dog culture. D-Dog culture. That's right. Shoot. Patrick, what kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? Am I going to be live primetime on Sunday? Does a bear crap in the woods? And does Joy Taylor enjoy company with her male coworkers? All those answers are yes and allegedly. Yes, indeed. I'll be there. Here's Paulie, Mr. Desperate Man.
Y'all gonna stop talking about my woman.
There you go. See, we done already with him. We done with him already. I ain't messing with him.
Hail to the Hennessy. What's going on, baby? Hail to the W.
Well, I'm doing better than half of FS1.
Hey, listen. I got the perfect spot. I got the perfect coach for Jacksonville. Cliff Kingsbury.
Jeez.
If I were him, I would want that job over Chicago. Ain't no expectations in Jacksonville. And the coach reports directly to Shad.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that they're gonna report.
How dumb is that? But hey, you know what I mean? That means basically you running things. Chicago, too many expectations, man. Too many demons to live up.
Is that a high profile job, Paul, in Chicago?
Most definitely.
But New England's not a high profile job.
The Bears.
New England's
not a high profile. No, because they're not a high profile team.
Chicago ain't no high profile team. The Raiders ain't a whole.
Chicago's one of the founding fathers organizations. You know what I mean?
They high pro. They don't mean. Oh, so the Cleveland Browns is high profile too, right? And the Cincinnati Bengals.
As they want.
See?
Cleveland Browns is a high profile job. If you ain't noticed it.
Mm-hmm. It's high profile, all right. They ain't done nothing. They ain't done nothing but get swept under the profile.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, bro?
No, Chicago I don't know what you're saying.
Chicago is more high profile than New England.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
You ain't seen New England all over the media this year.
Yeah, because they got
making mistakes.
They got Sugar Boo. They got Sugar Boo Williams, and they was on Hard Knocks. Charles says, I hope Washington can make it to the Super Bowl and play Denver in a battle of two rookie quarterbacks. That's a lot of hoping, brother. Trevor Lawrence trash. I ain't going there.
Hey, listen. We make it to the Super Bowl. I don't care who we playing.
You know Broncos not beating the Bills, right? Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. So just so y'all
You know
know,
what I mean?
Paulie doesn't believe New England is a high profile job. They won 6 Super
Nah,
Bowls, but they're not a high
yeah,
profile job.
because they high profile people with Brady and Belichick. They're gone.
The Hallis
They're
has been
gone.
dead. George Hallis been dead for how long?
Okay, Brady and Belichick. They are household names who are gone.
Are we a high profile job?
The shining on the star is waning.
Are we a high profile
Washington?
job?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we are.
Before last year, were we a high profile job?
Yeah, we are. Because we had one Dan Snyder keeping us in the news every day.
I didn't ask you that.
We're high profile.
Job.
We're a high profile job. We are. Washington is not.
Cardinals
not
must be a
high
high profile. Cardinals must be a high profile job. They're the oldest franchise in the league.
Nobody cares about Arizona.
But it's a high profile job.
Nobody cares about Arizona / Phoenix.
Who the hell cared
St.
about
Louis.
Chicago until
Nobody
Taylor
cares
Williams
about
got
it.
here?
The Bears. Can't sit here and act like you don't know Chicago Bears is not a high profile job.
They care more about the Cubs and the
Hey, listen. I will give you your New England. But don't sit here and tell me that Chicago is not high profile.
I'm not. I'm just
New England is arguable.
Because you gave me a crazy ass answer. I gave you a crazy ass answer.
No, that's not a crazy ass answer. New England not being high profile is not a crazy answer.
Yes, it is.
It's an arguable answer, and I can side with you. I can see where you coming from, but hands down, New England's not a high profile job.
Paulie, stop that. Stop that, Joe in Fredericksburg. How New England not a high profile job? It's in one of the.
They got one stretch of success. What the
hell did we have? But one stretch of success.
Well, we had more than one stretch of success.
Joe
was in the 70s, the 80s, and the beginning of the 90s.
Didn't they make the Super Bowl? Didn't they make the Super Bowl in the 80s? The Patriots did. They
lost.
Yeah,
they made it one year, but there wasn't a contending team every year. They just happened to make it that one year.
They had 20 straight years of pretty much nominal success. But they're not a high profile.
Are they the number one sports in their city?
It's Boston. They're all on a pedestal.
Are they number one? I told you.
You can argue.
Number one is the Red Sox. Number one is the Red Sox. Number two is the Celtics. And like I said, you can argue that the Bruins might be number 3. Now that Brady and Belichick is gone.
But that's not saying it's not a high profile job. It is a high profile job, Paulie. It's in one of the biggest sports market in the country, probably the third biggest.
Pause. I heard it almost came out. Pause again. Hey, look, man. I said I'll succeed. I'll succeed that to you, man. Okay, I'll give you that. All right, you can have that. But that's not how I feel. But if that's what you want to put New England as a high-profile job, you can have it, bro.
Pats dominated for 10 years. Thank you. And they had 3 different dynasties. They had 3 different dynasties. Didn't
they had one dynasty.
Two different dynasties.
No, what was the second? What was the first dynasty?
That late 2000 when they won them 3 Super Bowls and they won 3 Super Bowls in like
talking about Brady
years.
And Belichick. Brady and Belichick. No, Bill Belichick. That whole 17 years is a dynasty. However long he was there, Brady was there.
I feel like y'all seen everybody seen the Water Boy, right? Y'all seen the Water Boy. Y'all remember when LT had Bobby Boucher come up here and he says, this could bring me to my second point, y'all. Don't do, he said crack, but I was like, don't do, stay off the weed.
Hey, listen, shut your mouth. I just had a thought to myself. See, I can admit when I want to change my mind off of new information.
I hear you. I hear you, Linnell. I hear you, Linnell.
I just got some right. That was I'm glad you caught on to that. You know what I mean? I just sat here and thought about it. We're talking about Belichick, and then we're talking about Bill Parcells. Well, it has to be a high-profile job if Bill Belichick turned down the New York Jets to go to New England. So, and saying that, I'm on your side with that. Okay.
And they were 2 years removed from the Super Bowl there too.
You don't turn down New York to go to New England if it's not high profile. Right.
I would argue with you. I'd argue this with you. The Giants are a high profile job as opposed to the Jets. And both of them.
The Jets is little brother. Jets are always gonna be little.
No, they more like little sister, but they're different.
Listen,
they like cousin Olive on the Brady Bunch.
That had to be one of the dumbest things I heard today, though.
What was that?
Is Mara come out and saying that he's not getting rid of Joe Shane
or
Dayball? But then in the next breath say, but I'm what he said, I'm fed up, or I don't know how much more. If you already feel like that, then name me a situation where the owner basically putting the coach and the GM on a 1-year status and it works out. Name me that situation. Just name me one situation like that.
It doesn't.
So if that's how you feel, just get rid of them now.
It don't work. No, it doesn't work. I agree wholeheartedly with you. I see exactly where you're coming from. I don't see any reason why both those two cats, like you and I, we fired them after watching Hard Knocks. We're like, if they don't, right. Like this is like, I'm like, what in the world?
They could have hired Petty C and the cognac correspondent to do a better job than what they were doing. What he was doing, bro. Shoot. Matter of fact, who was it? Assistant GM? They need to get that young boy the job.
Yeah,
because he had the best response in face of 2024. When he was like,
"That's
you
right."
Sure, you ain't signing back Saquon Barkley?
Yeah, we need to. Oh, they was happy. They said, "Oh yeah, well we can get these 3 players and Devin Singletary, and he's gonna be our back." I'm like, what in the hell are y'all thinking?
Like my man had the look on his. He had the Nick Young, the original meme look, with the question marks. Like, what is this dude talking about, man? Yeah, most definitely. But I give you that. Hey, that was the dumbest thing I heard today. Like, good. You know what? Good, Mara. Good. Please keep letting your team beat dog doo. Please.
Oh, I love it.
We moving on up like the Jeffersons.
Weezy, George.
To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
That's kind of like Joy Taylor at Fox Sports 1. She's moving on up.
Do what you gotta do, man.
She's moving on up.
Hey, money and power turns her on. I ain't mad at it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. I see it on IG every day.
Jesus. That's terrible.
Come on,
you know
man. Come on,
Sam
man.
the Bam Cunningham. Yeah, like the Patriots were good with Steve Grogan, Stan Bam Cunningham, Russ Francis, Irvin Fryer, Stanley Morgan.
Andre Tippett.
Linebacker.
You don't know Andre Tippett? You ain't a real. That was my gauge of New England fans, the whole Brady era. Ask them, who's your favorite player before Brady? If they ain't throw up Andre Tippett or Irvin Fryer, then I know they just jumped on the bandwagon. I ain't trying to hear that.
Bledsoe took them to a Super Bowl, remember, against the Packers. And who was the fun fact? Who was the MVP?
Terry Glenn.
Who was the MVP? Yeah, Terry Glenn was there. Who's the MVP of that Super Bowl?
Desmond Howard.
Yeah, the former Redskin first round draft pick.
Shoot, Ty Law.
Tyler, I love Tyler Law. Laura Malloy.
Yeah, me too. Lloyd Malloy. That's what I was trying to think of. What was the name of the safety? Lloyd Malloy. Yeah.
Willie McGinnis was on that team too.
Willie McGinnis.
Yeah.
Chris Slade. UVA.
Who did they have? Shoot, what's the tight end's name that they had?
Ben Coates.
Ben Coates. That's exactly. I could think of his first name. I couldn't think of his last name. I was like,
hey, bro, you know how I know this whole team? Because that's a team I used to play with on Madden.
Oh, the Patriots.
Back when I played Madden. Yeah.
Kevin Falk, Curtis Martin.
Look, they had the fastest backfield on Madden, man, with Ty Law, Lloyd Malloy. Who was it? Bucky Brook. Was it Bucky?
Terrell Buckley. Terrell Buckley.
Yeah. They had the safety Buchanan. He was fast. Yep. Willie McGinnis. That was
Willie
Chris Slade. I used to play with him on Madden, man. Remember Robert Edwards tore his knee up in the Pro Bowl Bulls PS?
Yeah, I remember that one. That's before my time.
Robert Edwards?
Yeah.
Remember he tore his knee up in that the game in the sand in Hawaii when they first started doing the Pro Bowl BS.
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, look it up. Robert Edwards, man. He was rookie. I think he was like rookie of the year or something at running back.
Robert Edwards Pro Bowl injury. Let's see this.
Hold on real quick.
Let's see here. He is the head coach of Washington County High School in Georgia. Good for him. Towards me at flag football. Oh, man. Videos. Robert Edwards. Damn. They did the flag football stuff. Ooh. Apparently, he's a pretty good high school coach. Don't remind. D-Dog Culture says, don't remind me. Desmond busted Howard. Yeah, that was Joe Gibbs' draft pick. Him and Charlie.
Charlie Castley. The most overrated GM in our history. Yeah, I said it, G.
No.
Charlie Castley almost ruined a friendship for about 24 hours.
No. She loves Charlie. Charlie was great. Charlie's a great guy. He's a great GM.
Yeah. Okay, that's that Chris Russell thing where he can get him do an interview for him. Of course, he's a great guy. Get him on the show if he needed to be. I had Charlie on the show. I had Charlie on the podcast.
Charlie was on the podcast.
I got Charlie coming up around 10 o'clock.
Charlie will be here
about 10:15.
10:15. We'll take your calls and then we'll take 2 calls and we'll get back. Charlie's coming up.
We'll talk to former Redskin general manager, Super Bowl winning general manager Charlie Casserly.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Bruce Allen winning off the field. Curtis Martin was. Let's see. Not sorry, Charlie.
Curtis Martin was my dog.
Curtis, that's favorite Martin. Yeah. Then he went to the Jets.
Followed Bill to the Jets.
Yeah. They traded him, didn't they?
Now,
or did he was a free agent?
I love Curtis Martin. And I know he played a different position, but he should never be in the Hall of Fame over Joe Jacoby.
Yeah, you're right. He played a different position.
Or B. Mitch at that.
He played a different position.
Right, different position. I know.
Yeah. I mean, his worst season. Curtis Martin though. His worst season was his last season, and it was 35 yards. His brother. I mean, he was. I mean, yeah, he had some good numbers.
I think the worst thing New England ever did was change their helmets, though. I love that helmet.
They only used Charlie during draft time, right? Curtis was a dog. Yeah, he was a dog. New England changed the helmet. Oh, he put us on mute. Yeah, yeah. Curtis had some good sets. That's I like the Jets. That was one of my. I liked watching them. Those were one of the teams I liked watching, especially when they played the Raiders in the playoff games.
You talking about the Patriots?
No, the Jets.
Oh, the Jets.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Fun fact. Before I decided on the team, it was supposed to be my decision of in '81 of who my team was going to be was the Jets or the Redskins.
Lord have
on.
mercy. I'm holding on. I ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We right here. We ain't going nowhere. Let's see here. What time is it? Yeah, I'm about to get in trouble if I don't hurry this up. We're going to get ready to, once Paula comes back, we get ready to wrap this up. Yeah, he's from New York. Paul is originally from New York. He's a big Knicks fan. Huge Knicks fan. New York Knickerbockers. Yeah. So yeah, let me so hopefully tomorrow I'll be on here for one of my first playoff previews. We'll do it with Will from Take Command Podcast. We'll talk about the Dallas game. We'll talk about our last 3 games. So we'll get ready for that. And of course, this week I'll be on Sunday. I may get a chance to do a playoff game outside of ours, but what we'll probably do is we'll wait. We'll do one playoff game, which will be ours, and then the following week when we go into the divisional round, we'll pick a game from there, and then championship weekend I'll be here for that. Super Bowl, I don't know yet because that day the Super Bowl is my son's birthday, so first birthday. So I don't know yet, but that's what the playoffs are gonna look like as well. Let's see here. All right, take care, brother. That's crazy because that's what happened to me. Santana Moss made me a Redskins fan. That's awesome. Yeah, Santana Moss. That was the reason why I like the Jets because I like Santana Moss. One, he went to Miami, and then his last name was Moss, so I thought he had to be good like Randy Moss. I mean, that's when you're younger. I think I was like 8 or 9 when he was at Miami. So yeah, when he was drafted, I was about 10 when he got drafted. So that's what you kind of think when you're a kid, right? But he proved to be a good guy. For Joe Jacoby had to face coked up LT in his athletic prime twice a year, excuse me. How do you not going to put him in the Hall of Fame? Because he's a Redskin. That's why. That's the only reason why. And people hated y'all realize, and I've said this before, y'all realize who represents Washington on the Hall of Fame? It's a guy from the USA Today. I can't think of the brother's name. Jared something. But he is the guy who's in charge of presenting Washington Redskin players to the Hall. He has not done a good job because he's done more snuff pieces against the team than he actually has done to help the team. That's why Brian Mitchell's not in there. That's why Joe Jacoby's not in there. That's why it took Art Monk forever to get in there. Thank God Darryl Green played long enough so he could be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
It took Art Monk 90 years to get in.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, Peter King, one of those guys.
It was between them and the Jets, man. Klecko, Gastineau, Freeman McNeil, Richard Todd, Wesley Walker, Al Toon. And they both played championship weekend. The Jets lost the first game, which didn't necessarily it just made me hate the Dolphins. You know what I mean? But then that second game, when that damn stadium was rocking and they were screaming, "We want Dallas," I was like, "This my motherfucker team."
Somebody needs to like Stephen Davis growing up. I heard that. I hope the Jets hire Rivera for their. uh,
You know, that's a question to ask though. Is Ron a better head coach? Would he be just when he's just a head coach and not have to run the whole organization? You know what I mean?
right. That's possible.
Or has he morphed into that role and he can't really return from that any longer? You know what I mean? Like, is he always just going to be the delegate head coach?
I think he's going to be.
That's basically what he did with us, huh?
Yeah, he's going to be a delegator. I mean,
so
Carolina. I mean, really, he hadn't had a. And I hate to poke holes at the man's record because I don't really feel like that's appropriate. But let's just poke holes at Ron Rivera's record. Outside that 15-1, you take away that 15-1 season. This was the record of the Panthers with Eugene Rivera at the helm: 6-10, 7-9. They were 12-4 one time, 7-8-1. Then they had the 15-1 season. Then they were 6-10, 11-5. Then they were followed by a 7-9 season. He got fired. Perry Fuel took over. They finished 5-11, and then Rivera was it. Ron Rivera hasn't coached a winning football team since 2017, and they lost in the wild card round in New Orleans, I believe. There you go. Paulie, what borough are you from?
Well, originally?
Yeah.
Bronx.
Bronx, that's right. The book down Bronx. Let's see here. Somebody need to do it. How do you get selected? How do we get him? I have no idea, Rashad. I always thought that Mark Brunell was a good quarterback for Washington. Yeah,
he was old, man. Yeah. That was Cap. He was Cap, like Cap on any given Sunday. He was old, man.
And we had to give up too much to get him too.
When they was gonna cut him. I always said we left out of Jacksonville with the wrong quarterback, man. We should have left out of Jacksonville with David Garrard, who was a restricted free agent that year, and they was gonna let him go. He was trying to find a starting job. He couldn't find a starting job, so that's why they brought him back. And he ended up being a starter for the next couple of seasons.
Well, we made missteps in that year anyway, with trading people. Remember, we traded Clinton Portis. We traded for Clinton Portis, and we had to trade a second. We shipped Champ Bailey, Hall of Fame corner, and then we had to trade a second round pick with him to get Clinton Portis.
Joe Gibbs' first year was Sean Taylor, right? His first draft was Sean Taylor.
Uh-huh.
Now here's the irony of that.
Clinton Portis.
That next year we could have drafted Adrian Peterson.
Year after the
following year. That was the irony of that. Following year we could have drafted Adrian Peterson, but we took Laurent Landry instead.
Yeah, in 2007. Yeah, so because we didn't have a draft pick. We didn't have a first-round draft pick in 2006, which I think that was. I don't know why didn't we have a first-round draft pick that year?
I think that was a previous organizational move. Came back to bite us in the arse. We drafted with Sean in 04, right?
Yeah.
Or 05.
04. 04, yeah.
Sean and Cooley came in 04. And 05 was what? Laurent
05,
Landry, right?
Yeah, no. 07 was Landry. Portis.
So who was in 05?
It was
05,
Carlos Rogers and Jason Campbell. That's right.
That's
Because we traded back to get Jason Campbell, and we traded the first round pick to the Broncos the following year.
We traded back, or we traded up for Jason Campbell?
We traded up because we already drafted Carlos Rogers, and then we traded.
We should have traded up one more spot and got two more spots and got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Because the Packers was trying to trade that pick. They probably just wanted too much.
Yeah, they because the Packers had him at 24. I remember Mike Mayock even said they're going to draft Aaron Rodgers at 24. I was like, what?
I remember that too.
I remember I was watching it and I said, oh, okay.
Yeah. That was back in the day when I was faithful to the draft. I remember it too.
F them picks.
Now I'm just waiting on our picks. But I remember that was back in the days when I knew everybody picked. Everybody was picking.
In Ron's defense, he never had a quarterback like JD5. He had Cam Newton. What are you talking about?
He went 15-1 with him.
He had Cam Newton. Cam Newton was the MVP.
And Ron ran the whole damn shebang. He could have. That should have been knowing the fact that he had a Cam Newton. The first thing he should have did was solidify the quarterback position, and he did. He thought he can get away with it. Remember, he kept talking about build the roster around it, and then drop the quarterback in there. Remember, he kept saying that, and he never did it.
Nope. Yep, Jared Bell is the guy who represents Washington on the Hall of Fame committee. That's who it is, Jared Bell. Yeah.
At this point, it don't matter. None of the guys we ballyhooing for, the Redskins greats, it's gonna be a real long shot for them to get in, man. It's just time is going. Like Jacoby is gonna be it's gonna have to take somebody who's will give
Jacoby's
him
gonna be drooling on himself. Jacoby's gonna be drooling on himself, unfortunately.
Right, and I'm not talking about how he drools now from all the beer he drinks.
Right, yeah. I'm like
right, and we've been so bad over the past 20, 25, 30 years. We definitely ain't getting no Hall of Fame player. You know what I mean? In that Dan Snyder era. The only one the only one was close to it that could have been with maybe Sean, and then Clinton Porter's on the outside looking in. And most of that work is from what he did in Denver.
Yeah,
he was something special in Denver. You know, we let Champ go. So I can't really think of a Hall of Fame player from the Snyder era. We had a Hall of Very Good, but nobody could ever be a Hall of Fame.
And really, Champ wasn't Snyder era because he was drafted before, because they was trying to get rid of Champ before the season even started.
You're right. Cassidy drafted Champ, didn't he?
Yeah, Cassidy did. Yep.
That was that draft when the Saints gave us their whole draft. We was already in position to draft Champ.
Yeah. Trent Williams probably the only one that's the Hall of Fame guy that was
drafted. There you go. Trent Williams. Trent Williams. And I wonder at this point, I wonder would he even go in as a Washington player? Or is he going to go in as a 49er?
Yeah. Trent Williams, we let go. Yeah.
If my job neglected me that gave me a near-death experience, I'm not sure if I would try to get him some accolades neither.
That's true, but those people aren't there anymore. So I mean that's two things.
But still, he don't love the fans that damn much. Who is Sam Huff in the Hall of Fame as? A Giant or Redskin?
I would think it's a Giant.
But you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But you see my point?
Yeah.
When I'm talking about Trent Williams, Sam Huff is beloved by Redskins fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hall of Fame. Yeah, but he played all them years with the Giants, though.
Giants, yeah.
Maybe AP be able to smooth over with Trent. Yeah, I don't know that. I think that's more of a Josh Harris thing than Adam Peters thing. He need to be worried about filling the roster, not making moves with no public relation moves with old players.
Yeah, we're talking about that's not his job.
Yeah, that's the ownership. That's the ownership thing.
Right.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap this thing up here. Victorious Monday after pill. We're gonna go I catch y'all this week sometimes, and if we got
I'm about to ask you, man. I'm about to ask you, are you gonna do a pregame or some type of pre-show for the playoffs?
probably. I got some stuff in the work. Got some stuff in the works. Got some people that might be coming on. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, we'll keep you posted. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the playoffs, to the tournament. Keep that same damn energy. Hopefully we outlast these Tampa Bay bastards and we move on. But till next time, love, peace, and hell. Paulie, hit them.
Time for some Hennessy. Hell to the W, baby. Somebody
Watch
get
out.
Corey's damn theme song.
And somebody, please, somebody help out George.